Today, we're going to talk about the dark side of gentle parenting, things that nobody talks about. And I've been applying this parenting style since 2012. I'm an advocate, yet there is a dark side of it. There is a downside that nobody talks about except for people who say that this parenting style does not work, which is not true. It does work, and I've seen it working with my children in therapeutic foster care who have a lot of behaviors, who are strong willed, who have ADHD, PTSD, mood disorder, different diagnoses. If it works for them, it will work for many other children. I've seen it work with children on the spectrum. I've seen it work with my twins who have sensory processing disorder. I've seen it work with parents who are neurodivergent. I'm a neurodivergent parent as well. Yet there is a dark side. So when you leave this video, you are going to know what you're getting into, what to expect, and you're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. If you don't want to give up on this parenting style, I highly encourage you to don't give up. My name is Marcela Collier. I am a certified parenting coach and CEO of HIC Parenting Education Agency. And we in HIC Parenting Education are committed to help parents like you who are trying to break their cycle, who are trying to do things better with your kids, yet you're struggling to change your parenting style, to go from yelling to a healthy communication, get to that place of connection, communication, and cooperation. Now, if you feel I need extra help, besides YouTube videos, besides Reels and TikToks, I highly encourage you to register for our next free class where I'm going to share with you the shifts that our parenting coaching clients have taken to go from frustration and overwhelmed with their strong-willed children to peaceful cooperation. Okay, so let's talk about the dark side of gentle parenting. But before there, do me a favor and click the like button and subscribe to this YouTube channel that every single week you get content from us. Okay, so number one, the idealization of gentle parenting. And when we think about, wow, yes, I want to change my parenting style, and then we think about the better bond, connection, relationship that we may have with our children. And when we see people in social media speaking to their children and their children hearing them, we're like, yes, I want this. And when we are new at this, or when we've been doing it for a while, we run into a roadblock. And the big roadblock is that gentle parenting usually gets worse before it gets better, because there is a transition period. There is a transition period that you are getting your footing, that you're like, okay, I used to communicate limits with, you need to listen to me because I said so, to explaining reasons, to this is taking too long, to I already told my child then, okay, you can choose between this outfit, and he's not choosing either of those outfits. So what else besides, okay, you need to get dressed right now. So there is a transition period that could be, it is very delicate, I would say, and crucial, because if we are not careful, we get discouraged because we don't see the fruit right away. And we come with this idealized thinking that gentle parenting is going to work exactly as traditional parenting. That is going to work as, okay, if I said something, if I had them choose between these two options, it's going to work right away, as traditional parenting does. Get your butt here and then do this otherwise, because fear is a great and strong motivator. If you think about it, if you are fearful about something, you're going to do it right away. So we come from the microwave in the moment with, I would say, quick to get results expectation, when gentle parenting is more like a crackpot. We develop skills in our children, and over time, we're going to see that they respond back to us differently. So before we used to threaten to say hello to abuelita or to grandma, and now we are explaining the reasons why we should be polite. You don't have to hi grandma, but at least say hi. We are guiding our children, explaining, and it's not right away result because the motivation is not fear. The motivation is true engagement and intrinsic motivation and desire of doing things. Number two, the guilt and shame that some gentle parents live is unreal. And I've seen it firsthand in our HIC parenting coaching agency. Our clients, when they come to us, they have this high standard and expectation that they have to be perfect, that they have to do it right, that if they're not showing up for their kids every single time, then they're causing their children trauma, that anything could cause our children trauma. And then they have a lot of pressure on their shoulders. When the reality is that if we have that high standard and expectation for ourselves and we expect us to be perfect, that's the message that we are sending our children. Because my parents expect that of themselves, I should expect that of myself, that I should be perfect, that I should not make a mistake, that I should always say the right thing. There is beauty in making mistakes. There is beauty in seeing, in our children seeing us making those mistakes. So it is a dark side of the gentle parenting that is sold to us in social media, that if you're not all the time with the perfect script, instead of doing this, do that. Instead of saying this, say that. And then we make ourselves go crazy. We freeze. We don't even know what to say to our children anymore because we're speaking from scripts and our head instead what our heart and our paternal instinct is telling us to say and do with our children. Parenting with understanding is connecting to our children in a way that we forget about any other thing that we heard that somebody told us, but we are solely focused on, let me try to understand you for who you are. Let me try to get your needs. Let me try to see you. And that's part of the work that us HIC parenting coaches do with our clients to help them reconnect back with their children in that bonding experience of I'm taking it all in from you and this is an exchange between the both of us without the clutter of the outside world, without the clutter of social media, without the clutter of what other people expect I should do or say. And then the third one that I want to touch on is the emotional toll on parents. And this is more related to when we grew up in insecure attachment. So, attachment is how safe and unsafe we perceive closeness and relationship and emotional exchange and big emotions. For example, if we grew up in a cycle of insecure attachment, where emotions were not talked about, where emotions were dismissed, where emotions were punished, where emotions were looked as a bad thing. Being angry is a bad thing, being anxious is a bad thing. Having an aggressive response as a child was punished and being looked as you're bad. So what happens? The emotional toll is, and let me know if you've lived this. You leave your child's meltdowns and tantrums ready to just lay on the floor. You're so drained emotionally that you can't even function. You want to just have a vacation from your child's tantrums. And it's because when we are now working on our healing, we bring that insecure attachment, that anxiety, that those beliefs that big emotions are dangerous, are not safe, are too much that moment with our children where we're trying to calm them down. So, yes, we may be speaking gently. So, yes, we may be eye to eye connecting with them. Yes, we may be taking deep breaths and trying to stay cool and connected. Yet, our nervous system is triggered. Yet, we are feeling that those big emotions and those big tears from our children, this big overwhelming wave that is about to swallow us. And it's not because it comes from our children, but because our insecure attachment to ourselves that was created in childhood is not giving us the emotional tools to stay strong, connected, and grounded. The initial work, especially that we parenting coaches in HIC do with our clients, is to help them go from insecure attachment with themselves to gain secure attachment with themselves, so they feel strong, so they feel that they are done with a tantrum and they're not depleted, that they're not ready to just give up and throw the towel, but they feel that there's still something, an energy in them, because their nervous system doesn't perceive their children's big emotions as this big thing that is about to swallow them. And that's the dark side of gentle parenting, that if we're not working on our healing, gentle parenting is tough. It's really tough. And that's something that not many people talk about. Now, if you are ready to start this work, to get out of social media and get serious about this work, because you are doing a good thing. Don't give up. Keep going. And it is okay to need help. I needed help as well in the very beginning when I was trying to break my cycle. This class is free, and I'm going to be there live in Zoom, connecting with you and helping you throughout the process, throughout the way. So to register, all you have to do is open the description of this episode, of this YouTube video, and there is a link there that you can register for this class. And then I want you to remember that you are a good parent and you are doing the hard work so your children don't have to heal from their childhood, so they don't have it as hard as you when they're trying to raise their own children. Let me know in the comments. Is there something that you say, I want you, Marcela, to dive deeper? Let me know in the comments, what is that topic, that thing that you want to see in this channel? And remember that it only takes understanding to break your cycle, to transform your parenting. Parenting with understanding is the way. I'll see you next time.
You watched it all the way to the end, and I'm going to give you a gift for that. Scan this QR code and give us your best email. You're going to access a free class with the ultimate tools that has helped so many of our clients go from reactivity and frustration to peace and connection with their kids.